Oh, hey guys.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, you might be wondering why I have a giant box on my floor today. It's not a statue. It's not a collectible of any kind. It's actually a gaming chair. The good folks at Ewin sent us a chair for free. Let me pick it out and everything to review. So today we're going to put it up against our current gaming chair, which is a clutch chair. So if you have a clutch chair or maybe a different gaming chair, you can get an idea of how this company stacks up to the others. If you don't have a gaming chair, maybe we'll talk about it. We'll see, is it worth the money? Because these things aren't cheap. So let's pop this box open and get into it. Alright, so as you can see, we get directions here. It tells you step by step how to install it. It also shows you probably close to the full lineup of what Ewin offers. White glove treatment. They give you a pack of white gloves. You get the wheels, of course. You get the hydraulic system as well as the hydraulic covers. You also get the seat tray platform. Allen wrenches come with it. And then you get your nuts and bolts. And of course the base here. So the bottom of it should be relatively easy to put together. With just a little force, the wheels pop right in. There we go, base is installed. I'm not doing this in order, but base is already installed. So now we're gonna take the platform here and attach it to the bottom of the chair here. We're just going to uninstall these bolts. The bolts are already put into it, so that's good. That way you don't have to find it in a bag or possibly lose it. I like when they do this, when they're already installed, you just need to loosen them. Good thing about this base here that you're putting on, it does say front on the front of it. You probably can't see that, but it does say front, so you know exactly where you're supposed to put it. Alright, so let me screw that over there. Again, not doing this in order. Kind of doing it my way. Now we're going to do the back of the chair here. And we have pre-screwed in bolts here. Again, we're going to have to loosen. Alright, now we're going to have to mount this onto the bottom. Already got done for the most part. Probably would have been better to do it the way the directions tell you, meaning not to put the base on, just because it'll be a little easier. Alright, and then lastly, we're just going to take these covers and put them over the bolt holes there, and then we will be done. All we'll have to do is place it into the base. So let's do this. Alright, it is done. That was actually really easy to put together. It was easier than my clutch one. This one took hardly any time at all, actually. I went backwards when I put it together, so it was a little more difficult. Follow the directions, it just makes it even easier. Now, one of the more important things to me is it leans all the way back, which I like a lot. Because sometimes I sleep in my chair, that's why. I work long hours, and it's nice to have a chair that you can sleep in. But first impressions, I like it. It actually feels really good. It feels more snug on my back than the clutch one does. It's a little tighter on my back, which I actually like. This one seems like it fits me a little better than the clutch one does. The clutch one's a little big, where this one seems to fit just right. It does have adjustable arm rest length So it'll go high, it'll also go low. It can also extend in and out closer to you and farther away, depending on if you like to have your arms hug or outside. It also has forwards and back, which is nice. So these arms can match whatever shape you are, whatever size you are. I like that. It also has a free and lock position, so if you want to sort of rock, you can do that as well. And of course, like any chair, it has a height adjustment as well. Now with that said, that's just my first quick impressions of it after building it and sitting in it. Now I'm going to roll it up to the computer and work on it for a couple days so I can get a better idea of what I think of this. So I will see you in a few days. Alright, I'm back guys, and it's been about 4 days I've put this thing through the ringer, sitting on it, doing my work, and kind of getting an idea of what the quality of this is. So I want to go over what I think about it, the pros, the cons. I want to put it up against the chair I'm on now, the Clutch, which was my current gaming chair. I also want to kind of go over if a gaming chair is right for you, and then I also have a special coupon code for you guys that Ewin was kind enough to give us that gives you a heck of a deal off the chair. So let's start off with the pros. One of the first things I noticed about this chair was the leather. It's actually considered a top grain leather, so it's a higher quality leather, but with higher quality leathers, they become thin and they're soft. So this could be a pro and a con depending on who you are or what you're looking for. In my opinion, after sitting on it for a few days, it does feel a lot more comfortable as far as the leather goes. It breathes better than what the Clutch does. The Clutch has that thick leather. Now that could also be a con because the leather is thinner than some of the other chairs are a little thicker like this chair I'm sitting on. But for me, I'm going to call it a pro because I think it's more comfortable and it breathes better. Another pro, like most gaming chairs, are the 4D adjustable armrests. Just about any good gaming chair on the market now has the ability for your armrests to move forward, move side to side, tilt in, tilt out, and actually have a swivel where you want to move it in or move it out. So they give you a lot of different directions. One of them will fit the way you like to sit. That's a good motto. Somebody should pay me for that. Another thing, like I mentioned before, it does sit all the way back, mostly all the way back anyways, enough to be able to sleep in it. You know, it's kind of a weird thing, and I know a lot of people probably won't ever use that, but for me, I actually like it. If you set up like a stool or something to put your feet out on, you'd be able to sit that. It does feel sturdy, so you're not going to fall over. And then I also really like the diamond stitching pattern on it. It doesn't look so much like a racing chair, something you'd find in a race car. It looks more like an office chair, but pumped up. Put a little steroids in it. It's just really, really nice. Now, they do have an all-black one that is maybe more your style if you don't want something so flashy and, you know, red pinstripes. But overall, I really think the diamond pattern is their best chair on their website, just as far as looks go. And I really also like how it looks kind of meshy, too. The leather has little breathing holes as well. So, big fan of just the overall style of this chair. Now, this is probably more specific to me and my body type, but it has a tendency to hug me, which this chair I'm sitting on now doesn't. It's a little bigger, but that's also maybe a con, because in this chair, I can sit Indian style with it, which some people like to sit at their desk, Indian style, where that one I can't. It's a little more snug, a little closer together. But I think I like that feeling better, because I do like how the chair wraps around my sides more. It just feels more comfortable to me. Now I want to go into the cons. The number one con I would say is the pillow. The pillow on this one is much smaller than most of the higher end chairs. It's a tiny pillow, and for me personally, I like the pillow to be sort of a jumbo size, so it really kind of pushes my head and neck forward. That also goes to say with the lower lumbar pillow, again, it's not the biggest pillow out there that you'll find on the market in some of these gaming chairs. So those two things I wish were a little bigger, a little more substantial, but they do the trick. Not that they're bad, they could just be better. Another small con on this one is probably the seat just doesn't have a lot of cushion. Now, mind you, this is sort of a high middle ground chair on their website. This isn't the highest one they sell, and the Clutch I bought is one of their top ones, so it's kind of an inconsistent way to judge them against each other, but it does feel like it could be a little more padded. However, it is very firm, and I think that's what I like about this one a lot, is that it's really firm compared to some of the more squishy chairs out there. So I don't know. That one's up for debate, I guess. That one's going to be what you prefer more. But I would say those are probably the biggest cons with this chair. There's not a whole lot of them. There's definitely not a whole lot of them, but I would say the biggest one that might affect your thought process on this would be the pillow, the neck pillow, and the lower lumbar support. Those could be just a little bigger. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about was if a gaming chair is right for you. If you guys are at the computer a lot, I know these things get expensive and you worry about, is it really worth it? Because you might have an office chair and you never think that it's really worth it. Now, you might not be a gamer either, and you might think, well, I don't need it because I'm not a gamer. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not either, and I just think the chairs overall are, they're better for your back. You know, if you're at the computer a lot and you stare down, you start to get like a lump at the back of your neck where this pillow sort of forces your head out. And I think that's the biggest point with these gaming chairs. Yes, they feel good. It's nice to have a leather chair. But these lower lumbar and the neck pillow makes a huge difference. And to me, it's worth it. Now, it might not be worth like a $350 chair to you because that's pretty high. But that's where it gets cool because Ewin sent me a coupon to give to you guys where you get 30% off their chairs. So that is a heck of a deal. This one in particular, which is the Champion Series, is going to be around less than $220, which if you're looking at gaming chairs or you know anything about gaming chairs, that's a heck of a deal when we're talking about price point to quality. Definitely a great chair. There's really nothing, I don't think I've seen anything on the market as good a quality for that price. Now let's jump to their website so I can show you some of the chairs they offer and how to enter that coupon. Alrighty guys, so here we are on ewinracing.com on their website. As you can see, they're already running a special sale today, a Prime Day, where you get 20% off of $199 or over, or 25% on $289 or over. But again, our coupon code, that's Nerd Therapy, gets you 30% off. So you get even more off of this than this special sale here. So at the top here, you can go to gaming chairs, and you can see they have different series: Night Series, Champion Series, Calling Series, Hero Series, Flash Series. Again, they have all different kinds. I got a Champion Series. That's what I picked out just because I liked it the most, and it was, you know, different from the chair that I currently had because some of them look alike, like this one. That one looks pretty close to what I already have. So I just went ahead and went down and got this one, the Champion Series, which I liked a lot. So here is the Champion Series. Again, they have a couple different colors here. They got the all black, which I really like. I think that one's pretty snazzy and pretty classy if you just wanted to put it in an office setting where you didn't want to do bold colors and bright colors. It's a great looking chair. They also have this one that's a bloody one, and then they have the one that I got, which was a red and black pinstriped one, or piping, or whatever you want to call it. Which is another really great one. So if you guys wanted to buy that, all you gotta do is hit buy now, proceed to checkout, and then here where it says voucher, just type in Nerd Therapy and hit OK, and that'll drop it down to $216 and free shipping. So a really, really, really good price for one of these chairs. And this is one of the higher priced models. There are cheaper ones too, so if you guys wanted to get one for even less than $200, you could. So it's really all there is to it. Alrighty guys, so that was a review of the Ewin Champion Series Red and Black Gaming Chair. Again, I think it's a great chair for a great price, so if you guys are looking for a gaming chair, definitely keep this one in your thoughts because there's just not a lot out there for around the $200 mark, or less, because some of their chairs on that website are even cheaper than $200 if you use that coupon code. So again, I want to thank the guys at Ewin for sending this out. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Good day.